Rick and Morty Season 3, Episode 1 came out as a special April Fool's Day in which we saw some things about his dead family, but none of that stuff matters. I just want that Szechuan sauce. I want that Mulan sauce back now. I don't care if it takes me 9 years. 97 years, Rick and Morty! I am alone. Please help me. If you haven't seen it yet, beware, because we're gonna talk all about it. But you can, Adult Swim is re-airing it every night for the week that this is.
It's available on the internet. You can pirate it.
That's possible too. I mean,
you can't
I don't
prove
know
that
your
I
life,
said that because I covered my mouth.
but you could do that. It's a good episode. We reveal what happens to Rick in the prison that he was captured into at the end of Season 2. And then there's a popular fan theory, which may or may not be real or not, and we're gonna discuss that. I mean, there's evidence both ways. So in this episode, he is joined in his brain, in the Shoney's in his brain, which is a family dining establishment, which is real, by the way.
I didn't know that either.
I thought
it was a riff off of Denny's.
I didn't know, but it's real, and their mascot is like a chipmunk or something. I don't know. It's an animal. Nathan Fillion joins as the agent, trying to get the information out of him, and then he tries to take him to his tragic backstory, which is that while he was trying to invent interdimensional travel, a version of himself appeared through another dimension, portal hole, whatever, and tried to give him the secret. He rejected it and said, no, I want to live with my wife and my daughter. I want a quiet existence. And he goes, bro, Rick, don't do that.
Don't say no.
It's a party with the only person we ever liked invited, which is all the Ricks across the different dimensions.
Right.
And then he ends up, the one that was traveling ends up killing the Beth and Diane of that world. And then it is revealed by Rick that this is all ploy, and we never left the Shoney's. And then he starts jumping bodies and killing people, and it's this whole thing.
It's the best way they could have done that.
I really liked it. So what happened was we have this scenario where he loses his wife and his daughter.
Right.
And he does say it was all fake. I made it up.
Yeah.
It was just a ploy. But if you look at evidence in the past, it would indicate that maybe it's not entirely made up.
There's at least a kernel of truth in there. Like the surrounding circumstances might have been completely made up, but something did happen to his wife. And,
well, we've never seen her.
Right, we've never seen her. We don't know if she's dead or alive, but we kind of assume that there's some kind of tragedy there, especially because he's such a tragic character. Like imagining yourself as like the smartest person in the world, and not only have you created this dimension where a whole bunch of versions of you exist, you hate them and you're the outcast even in the Council of Ricks.
So he's mentioned that he hates the Council of Ricks in the Citadel. And also the Blue Pants Rick also agrees to that. He doesn't like them. And we've seen several times in the past in which this is something the show loves to do, which whenever there's a vulnerable moment, it generally gets covered over by crass vulgarness right away, just to cover it up and forget it right as it happens. Like at the end of Season 1 when he said, hey Rick, you haven't used oh geez, Rick.
It's because I don't need it anymore.
Because my new catchphrase is, I love my grandkids. Just kidding, I don't give a fuck. And then there's, sorry.
So welcome to the Rick and Morty quote show, where we're just gonna quote.
Well, another time when it shows him maybe in a parallel universe, holding a baby Morty and crying a little.
Yeah.
One of the other dimensional Ricks goes, oh, you crying? You soft? And he immediately rejects that. It's just this, every time there's a vulnerable kernel or a moment in this show, it gets immediately run over by something crass and funny and vulgar, perhaps.
Yeah.
And perhaps this is what happened on this time as well.
Right.
The evidence would indicate that maybe this is one of the Ricks. It shows other times that he's not above jumping dimensions to get what he wants. He even says it in there.
Yeah.
Like, you can go to another dimension where you didn't make the bad decision and everything's fine.
Yeah. Imagine having that power and what that would do to you. And of course you would make decisions without caring about the ramifications because there's infinite possibilities. He's left the Cronenberg universe to die.
Yeah. And then he does show up and kill them for real. part of his inherent loneliness.
Yeah.
I think.
And I think that this speaks to like the level of storytelling that they've achieved with Rick and Morty and why it appeals to so many people. If you look at like the original short that it was based off of,
Doc and Marty.
it's so crude and so crass and like why? I don't get it. But because they touched on this kind of like meta culture that's surrounding everything, like you think it's gonna go this trope direction, but then they quickly like zig.
It throws away your
zag.
Expectations and replaces it with something stark and scary and dark
and that's what's
lonely.
like refreshing for an audience now, because we've seen it all. There's nothing new under the sun in media today. But doing something like that, it just kind of brings this weird sort of empathy towards Rick.
I think it shines kind of like a loneliness a lot of people can relate to.
Yeah.
Just in general.
And plus the desire to be like, fuck it.
I see that and I go, that's Dan Harmon. 100%.
Yeah.
That's Dan Harmon.
Yeah.
I love that guy's work.
Yeah.
And then also this episode brought back something interesting, which is in 1998, McDonald's released some Szechuan dipping sauce for their McNuggets. And now it's
Promotion
gone.
of Mulan.
And we need it back.
I need that sauce.
McDonald's has to jump on this and show that they're not just a soulless corporation. They're a soulless corporation that will indulge us and give us our stupid pop culture sauce.
Right. The thing is, like, this is a golden marketing opportunity that I'm still not convinced that they weren't like on board or at least notified. Like, this is gonna happen.
They weren't.
I don't know.
Think they did.
I don't know if they took it seriously, but they were probably notified. And now, like, even people are reaching out to like the chefs at McDonald's to be like, can you bring back the sauce? And like, there's the live action Mulan that's coming out in 2018. So it's like the perfect
marketing tool.
Top-down marketing synergy opportunity. Hire me.
Binging with Babish, which is more of like a popular food channel that makes like fictional food, has their own solutions to the Szechuan dipping sauce debacle. It's not the official one though, but I guess we'll have to do.
I'm trying to remember if I ever had it in 1998.
I definitely didn't.
I might have, because I loved Mulan. And
Did you
love
McNuggets?
McNuggets and McDonald's. So more than likely I had it, but just like repress that memory, I guess, so that I wouldn't be pained every day by not having it.
Justin Roiland now has the power to bring back whatever obscure bullshit
he can do whatever he wants. He can do whatever he wants.
Including that. Yeah, I like him. I'm on board. I want to try that sauce. It seems like it's good. I heard it's good. Seems like a lot of McDonald's are getting trolled about it right now.
Oh, sure, yeah. Especially now that social media exists, which just didn't in 1998.
Look, we just want it because Rick wants it.
Right.
Rick wants it because Justin wants it. The point is, make the sauce happen, if only for a limited time. Your sales are slagging. I'm just saying it's a good marketing sense. Okay, I gotta wrap this up. Audience, what did you think of the Rick and Morty Season 3 premiere? And do you think the theory is true about his tragic past? Or is it all bullshit?
Oh, geez, Kim. Oh, no.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, no. I need that sauce.
Hey, everyone. Will you please write your comment below and like and subscribe for more? Oh, jeez.